Pathfinder, it's good to see you again.
Likewise, Kima.
If you're looking for the charlatan, he's not here. We agreed it would be mutually beneficial if I was the face of Kadara Port.
I take it you know the charlatan's true identity.
I'm one of the select few. I told him to tell you earlier, but he worried about what you'd think. It was adorable, really.
Was it always the plan for you to take Sloane's place?
It was a requirement for my cooperation, yes. As Sloane's Angaran representative, I had more access to the outcasts than the average Kadara citizen. Also, I could rally the Angara to the collective side.
The outcasts have disappeared from the port.
Not completely. Kiters is still moaning in the holding cells. But the others have scattered. I'm told there's still plenty in the Badlands. Watch your back. Many blame you for Sloane's death.
What will you do with Kitus?
The safest option is to execute him. But the charlatan thinks he's worth something.
Oh?
He was Sloane's confidant. The charlatan won't kill him until he's learned every dirty secret.
I should be going.
See you soon, Pathfinder.
So, Reyes Vidal. He's your type? I find that interesting.
For
Angara, the more steadfast a man is, the more desirable he is. Cora says that you prefer bad boys.
What? No, looks like I'm having a chat with Cora. And probably Lexi.
Sloane should have killed you the day we met.
Don't blame me. Sloane agreed to the duel.
The duel. I know what happened. The sniper who pulled the trigger rubbed it in my face when they locked me up. You were there. You could have saved her, but you didn't. Why?
Sloane made it clear she would never forgive the Nexus. How soon do you think she'd have declared war on the Initiative?
Not soon enough, apparently. You better hope the charlatan kills me, Ryder, because if I ever get out of here...
Goodbye, Kitus.
Be careful, Ryder.
Something on your mind, Liam?
Just saying. Everything looks pretty much the same with the charlatan in charge. If he's being upfront about that, what you do is your business.
Thought you'd be in the throne room. Tartarus is a little shabby for Kadara's new leader, don't you think?
Come on, Ryder. You know I prefer to rule from the shadows.
You are a shady bastard.
But a handsome one, right? The Angara you met at Sloane's party, Kima Dorgan, she's agreed to be my front. And with Sloane gone, there's room for the initiative on Kadara.
Tan might not want an outpost on a planet full of exiles.
Not really his call, is it? You're the Pathfinder.
As long as you can assure us no initiative shuttles will be shot down on their way in.
I want this outpost as much as you do. It will have my full protection. That's a promise. If we're done with all the boring business talk, there is something I want to do.
You're up to something. Again.
I neglected you on our first date. How about we fix that?
I really don't.
Relax. It's not the waltz. Since leaving the Nexus, my survival has depended on secrets. I don't want any more of those between us, Ryder.
Don't make promises you can't keep, Reyes. You will have secrets. That's who you are. Just don't lie to me about the big stuff.
Thank you.
For what?
For accepting me.
You were right. The view is great from up here.
We're not even to the top yet. Come on, I'll race you.
A race? Up this cliff?
Less talk, more climb. Let's go, Pathfinder. And no jump jets. No one likes a cheat.
This isn't fair. You're taller. You have reach.
Staying within your limits is no fun, Ryder.
Hey!
Having fun?
See? Not fair.
Wow. It's all going to be like this, huh?
No. Better.
For 14 months, I wondered if I'd made a mistake coming here and dragging my sister with me. I don't wonder anymore. Boarding the Tempest that day was the best decision I ever made.
I'm glad you came aboard too.
There you are. Did you investigate those leads?
I learned you're a Ket collaborator and a murderer.
Who's one victim short? So it's true. Old spies really do live forever. This old spy would punch you if he wasn't carrying evidence in his chest. I tried to give you a decent burial, Major. There was no time to convince you of our cause.
Save it, Aden. You betrayed your people. You'll never see daylight again.
My people agreed to this. Several of us woke early, prepped the Ark, and then we found the Ket, an unstoppable enemy. So we made a pact. Sacrifice our Ark to the Ket and learn their secrets, so one day we could destroy them along with their exaltation.
You pretended to be Ket allies so you could study them, then stab them in the back.
Listen, there is an empire of Ket beyond Helios. All-powerful conquerors who will invade us eventually. The secrets we learned could stop our extinction before it begins. Give us our freedom, and they're yours. Don't let this go to waste.
What exactly are you offering?
The intricacies of the Ket Empire. Vassals, potential weak points, exaltation secrets. Which we can't confirm. And you could have pulled out of your cloaca. We had to sacrifice civilians for this, Major. Will you let that be for nothing?
Put this traitor where he belongs, Major.
We have particular accommodations for collaborators.
Arrest me, and you'll never find the others. I've got nothing but time to look. I'm retired, remember? Me, Reika, the others, we all owe you for this ride. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need a militia pickup, the doctor, and the biggest drink on the Nexus.
Fresh air.
You hear that?
Someone's approaching.
Stand down, they're allies. Welcome, Pathfinder.
Wasn't sure if my understanding with the charlatan had filtered through the ranks.
Even our lowest operative knows to leave you alone. If I didn't know any better, I'd say the boss had a soft spot for you. But that's none of my business. Crux is in charge here. If you need something, speak with her.
Sam, what's inside the cages?
Judging from the scratching, Artie.
Sam, what are they doing with the Adhi?
It appears the Collective are attempting to domesticate the creatures.
And how's that going?
Aggression levels are lower than what we've seen in the wild, but I wouldn't recommend opening the cage.
Didn't peg the collective as gardeners.
My people call this plant Gavastir. Last night. It's extremely toxic.
Like everything else on this planet.
The collective most likely uses it to make poison.
I've got to finish this.
Shit. I am running with the wrong crew.
Hey!
Joking. But seriously, that's an impressive amount of merch.
Pathfinder, I'm Crux. I represent our common acquaintance.
You've got a nice setup here.
It's a bit musty, but offers the privacy we need. I'm afraid you've come at a bad time. We're having some internal disputes. Someone's been faking the charlatan's orders, giving bad intel. It got 2 of our recruits killed.
This is what happens when you rule from the shadows.
Organizations with a face aren't immune to greedy bastards. Trust me. The boss knows it's someone operating out of this base. It's my job to find the culprit.
So what's the holdup?
The imposter could bolt at the first sign of suspicion. I need a subtle way to smoke them out.
Why would someone risk impersonating the charlatan?
Greed is a powerful motivator, Pathfinder. The collective has access to supplies, credits, you name it. And we only answer to one person.
Maybe I could help. My alliance with the collective is new. Getting to know its members shouldn't raise suspicion.
That's true. All right, Pathfinder. Here's what we know. The drop point was in the sulfur springs, so the imposter should have high levels of sulfur in their clothes.
Sam's sensors should be able to detect that. Anything else?
We found footprints that could be human or Asari, but too smudged to get an exact size. That's all my intel.
High sulfur levels, but the footprints at the drop site contradict a Solarian's webbed feet.
Just being thorough, Sam.
Sulfur levels are normal.
Not our culprit, then.
Sulfur readings are low. Additionally, Angaran feet are distinct from humans and Asari. Sulfur levels are on the high side, but not by a large percentage.
And she's Asari, which fits our footprint bill. Can't rule her out yet.
She's worth further investigation.
Shouldn't be in here, Pathfinder.
Didn't think torture was the charlatan's style.
First off, what the boss doesn't know won't hurt him. And second, I hardly call this torture, just persuasion.
It's torture, and it stops now.
Fine. Why the boss allied with such a prig is beyond me. That's enough, Saria. Let the asshole rest.
What?
Just do it.
The collective do this a lot? Lock people up? Beat them?
We ask nicely first. It only goes badly for the stubborn ones.
Why are these people locked up?
Because they deserve it. That guy set off a bomb near the slums, then tried to blame it on us. They're filth, Pathfinder. Every last one.
That's all.
Good. I've got to get back to work.
Please, I'd rather you not touch that. Did you hear what I said? Hands up. Seriously? Someone says don't touch that, and the first thing you do is touch it. Am I not being clear enough? Stop touching that. It's killing you, isn't it? You gave up 600 years, came all the way to a new galaxy, and now you really want to know what that does. You're thinking, maybe a Thresher mob will pop out if I just pushed hard enough. Maybe it's a 3D holo of the new Blasto vid. Blasto versus the Scourge. Go ahead. Touch it one more time. And then I'll let you in on the secret. Okay, one more to make sure you really want it. Right, so every time you push that button, there's a 50-50 chance a prisoner in the next room dies from electroshock. And yet, you did it again. Good thing I'm kidding. It doesn't actually do anything. This is Kadara. Everything's busted. You think you would have figured that out after the 28th try. Sucker.
Sulfur levels are high. Her footprints are of a similar shape to those left at the drop site.
Could be our rat.
Before accusing Dorado, perhaps you'd like to talk to her. She could have an alibi.
Need something? Go bother Crux.
You're a testy one.
Sorry. Haven't slept in 36 hours, thanks to another shit job.
36 hours? That can't be healthy.
Defying the charlatan's orders isn't healthy. I go where I'm told.
The charlatans send you to the sulfur springs?
I smell that bad, huh? Like I said, it was a shit job, but I can't talk details. You know the collective. We love our secrets. See you around, Pathfinder.
Sorry about before, not much traffic down here. Recruits are jumpy.
You didn't shoot, that's all that matters.
You're awfully good-natured about people pointing guns at your face. Some of us have been down here for months. I haven't seen the sun in weeks.
Weeks? Seriously?
I'm one of the few people who know how to operate the water filters. I've been trying to train a backup, but most recruits can't stand the smell. Not many volunteers. I'd better get back to work. Thanks for the chat.
Pathfinder, any luck finding the imposter?
Dorado's clothes showed high levels of sulfur. When I asked about her last job, she was evasive.
Her mission was at the port. She should have been nowhere near the springs. Aquila, detain Dorado, quietly.
On it.
Good work, Pathfinder. I can see why the charlatan likes you.
So if Reyes is in charge, does that make you Queen of Kadara?
I don't know. I'm probably more like a consort or something.
Consort? You deserve a better title. Demand to be a Baroness at least.
I don't think that's a thing in Helios.
Hey, you're a Pathfinder Baroness. Make up your own rules. But honestly, be careful. Reyes lied to you. Lying's not something you try once and quit.
Hey, Ryder. Since you made nice with the powers that be here, I'm fielding a lot less animosity from the average outlaw.
They're tolerating us. Don't take it for granted.
I know. Reyes can't keep all his minions in check, right?
You're not on Nomad guard duty?
No need. Word's got around. So your sweetheart's ruling Kadara now. What does that make you?
Reyes needs to keep out of sight. A title would draw attention.
Shame. He could at least get you a discount around here.
Amazing. This may piss off as many people as you manage to feed.
Director, I trust you're enjoying the show?
I'm enjoying the progress. The show part is something else entirely. Honestly, an outpost on Kadara, where the worst of our exiles stake their claim? You better be sure about this.
They want stability, same as the Nexus. A solid outpost will bring some back.
True. They left when the dream failed. And you've done a lot to restore it. It's a win. And we'll take wins wherever we can get them. You need to do this again. Another step forward, but of course there's more. There's always more. Time for the public address. Think you can distill something motivational out of this?
Something to sell Kadara. You'll actually run it?
I may have concerns, but my ledger has one more outpost than it did yesterday. Sell it.
It cost a lot to get this far. But we didn't make the trip to turn our backs. Especially on our own people. If you're ready to work, if you're not here to hide, if you want to set the example, Kadara is waiting.
For posterity, Pathfinder. Addison out.
Nix. I was wondering when you'd show up.
Do you know everyone?
Drew worked the stockrooms on the Nexus. Guess this explains why you never sent me those regulators, Seneca.
Got busy with the move, but I set them aside for you. Knew the Pathfinder would show up eventually.
Do you have everything you need?
Oh yeah. I swear, the Collective can get their hands on anything. They're even more reliable than Vetra.
Hey now.
Kidding. No one's better than you, Nix.
So you're the requisitions officer?
That's my official title, yeah. But I take care of any odd jobs that pop up. Scrubbing, cooking, whatever I can do to help.
That's nice of you.
Keeps me busy. I used to work the drill back on Mars until I messed up my hand. I was lucky I didn't lose it, but the nerves never healed right.
Were you there during the uprising?
Oh, I was there. Barricaded myself inside one of the stock rooms. Total chaos.
Must be strange seeing the exiles again.
Tan took the out of sight, out of mind approach. But that's never worked, in my experience.
See you around, Drew.
Keep fighting the good fight, Pathfinder.
Wait. Don't come any closer.
Okay.
False alarm. Thought there might be some acid splash.
You sure it's safe?
Absolutely. Wouldn't say otherwise. Nessie Carter, Science Officer for Outpost Teteon. You must be the Pathfinder.
What are you working on?
A hyperpotent phosphate fertilizer using Kadara's natural abundance of sulfuric acid.
Hyperpotent? That's good, right?
Absolutely. My work will be essential in providing nutrients for gardens across Helios. When we have gardens, which we will, because of you.
Were you also part of Mining Company 7?
Yes. Well, no, I wasn't a miner, but I worked with Christmas and the others. They're my family.
You came to Helios to be with them?
I know it's silly, since I'll outlive them. Statistically speaking, anyway. But I just couldn't let them go on such an adventure without me.
See you around.
Yep. Bye, Pathfinder.
Riff, Pathfinder's making the rounds. If you can step away from your rock collection for...
They're drill core samples. Not a rock. Oh, she's here. Pathfinder. Name's Riff. Mining engineer for Outpost Teteon.
Christmas giving you a hard time?
Always. But that's just his way. I don't mind.
What exactly does a mining engineer do?
Oh, we're involved in every step of the mining process. Christmas is a good guy. A good miner. But he needs me to help decide where to drill. And when to stop.
What do you think of Kadara?
Mineral-wise, she's a gold mine. Carter is already putting Kadara's resources to practical use.
What about people-wise?
Oh, I'm not really a people person. But the Collective seem alright. They certainly know the area.
Good chatting with you, Riff.
Anytime, Pathfinder.
Dr. Nakamoto, what are you doing here?
When I heard the outpost needed a physician, I offered my services. Least I could do after you retrieved my formula. And the setup's a sight better than a shipping container.
I don't know. The free clinic was charming in its own way.
Ha. Rust isn't charming. It's tetanus.
How are your patients doing? Any serious injuries?
The Collective is doing its best to protect everyone. But when it comes to brute strength, the outcasts have the upper hand. Sloan may be dead, but we still have bloody days ahead of us.
What about your old clinic?
I moved my patients here. With Christmas's permission, of course. And spread the word that my door is still open, just in a different location. A small gesture, but it's done wonders for the initiative's reputation.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you, Pathfinder.
Well, if it isn't the Pathfinder, welcome to Outpost Teteon. Christmas Tate of Mining Company 7, at your service.
Christmas. Is that a nickname?
Afraid not. My old lady, Holiday Tate, had a sense of humor.
It's certainly a conversation starter. Things going well?
No one's been shot in the back, which is more than I expected.
You have doubts about the collective?
I don't like making deals with people flightier than ghosts. I'm an honest man who likes working with honest people.
That's the kind of influence Kadara needs.
Glad to hear you think so, Pathfinder.
Anything else to report?
Well, there's this cult.
A cult? Seriously?
They're harmless, but the thing they worship, that's what worries me. Some kind of massive machine. They call it Old Skinner. Could be nothing, but their leader, Bishop, went to pay tribute and hasn't come back.
I don't have time to run around chasing fairy tales.
If the rumors are true, this fairy tale will chase you.
Exiles giving you any trouble?
We've actually taken a few on, of the non-outcast and collective variety. The uprising was ugly business. A lot of normal people got caught up in it. Glad we can provide a second chance.
Detaeon. Interesting name. Does it mean something?
It's an inside joke among the company. Detaeon is a temp name we pitched for our outpost block. It's actually an acronym. Stands for Deploy in the Ass End of Nowhere.
You look like you've been around the block.
That's one way of saying I'm old.
That wasn't...
Hey, at 61, I've come to terms with my age. I'm the oldest of the outpost leaders, but I'm also the toughest. I didn't come to Andromeda to die. The opposite, actually.
You said you're with Mining Company 7?
Best damn ezo miners on Mars, until the ground dried up.
Putting your skills to use on Kadara?
You made the water potable, but there's still plenty of sulfur in the bedrock. The director wants to use the stuff to make fertilizer. Carter can tell you more. Just, don't sneak up on her.
Thanks for the update, Christmas.
Anytime.
Great One, turn your gaze upon me. Accept this tribute. Reshape the world in your... Wait! Great One, wait! Ah! Ah!
Yikes. Bad way to go.
Let's report back to Christmas.
Pathfinder, how's it going?
Old Skinner is no more.
I heard. Shame about Bishop. He was crazy, but a good worker.
Thanks for the update, Christmas.
Anytime.
That's what the Solarian Ark was worth to our officers? Thousands of lives for maybe a future advantage against the Kett? You're a better person than I, Ryder. I'd have toasted Adin in our thruster exhaust. But at least the dead and their families have some justice.